Hey Mike, it's Bob. I want to show you what I think is the easiest way and most effective way to make a really good looking neon effect on text. It doesn't really take a lot of work. You just have to know where all the controls are. You can always use this guide to get you there. I opened now a new instance of After Effects. When you fire up for the first time, it may ask you a few questions about yourself or something. I don't know. It may already know because you've already got the Creative Cloud set up. But the you should get a screen like this popping up, and it's got there are a lot of options. It'll give you a list of the last open. These are the last ones I either opened or last I created um, compositions, and then a series of options on this side. Very easy to play with them and find out what's going on. Um, the in this case, you can't open a project if it's not shown in the list. That's maybe somewhere down in your computer that may be number 100 or something. I think this only shows, well, whatever the default is set up at 10 or something. But in this case, we're going to just open a new project. Inside that new project, we've got to compose something like a person who writes symphonies or so composes for a bunch of musical instruments. So we put all the pieces together that'll make this nice little symphony here. In this case, it's just going to be a text layer with effects on it that we want. So you need to create then within that project a composition, a new composition, and we'll just call this Mike Neon, just for lack of any other thought this early in the morning. The duration is going to be set to whatever I was at the last time. So this is shown in hours, minutes, seconds, and then frames. Um, then of course the frame rate that 29.97 or roughly 30 frames a second. We'll go with for this purpose, and all we have to do is the rest of it. You can look through some of the other tutorials to find out. I don't want it to drop any frames or anything. I want all my frames in. Anyway, just say OK, and we'll come up with a new stage, and we're all set. And there's our composition. You can see named Mike Neon. You can always click on that whenever you need to get to it. You'll probably create sometimes a lot of other compositions within one and kind of nest them all together to make a special effect. In this case, though, we only need, I think, one. Um, you're going to notice across the top, if you don't already have this workspace up like I have, just go to Window, Workspace, and tell it to show all panels. And it'll show then a lot of these down the right side. You can actually monitor your audio outputs. You can preview your composition to see if it looks like you want. All your effects and presets, you can see I have not clicked on it yet today, so it's going to go in and load them. And here they are. So there's everything I've got that's an effect or a preset installed. Alignments for your text layers, all your particular libraries. You've got all your special stuff in. Character would be, we're going to use this a lot to manipulate our text. Then center and left justify, right justify your text, all that good stuff. And then a tracker that completely different subject. So let's go in then and see what we can do. The first thing I like to do within my composition, this happens to be your workspace where your layers are going to be set up, is I like to start out then in this case with selecting layer at the top. On a new layer, we're going to put some text. And let's just call this something easy like Mike. Now let's see. I've got it set up. The last thing, and as a matter of fact, you can if you click off, go to then your layer again. You can see that you've got a bunch of points that define basically the outline of it. Your anchor point always shows up as sort of that kind of little character. You can move that around because if you ever want to rotate, then it's always going to rotate around that anchor point. So we're not going to do any rotation today, but that's just an important thing to know too if you want to do anything else with it. So, but anyway, The color doesn't really matter a whole lot unless you're going to do something like put an effect on it that's going to depend on the color and the illumination. But in this case, all that we want to do is create a mask, or we want something to outline all the letters of this text layer. So the way I do it is I then go up to my menu and I tell it to, on this layer, I want to auto trace what's there. All the default settings are good. I just make sure, I think, that you have no blurs set, because you will end up with um, sometimes some aliasing around the text. If you need it, there you can look that up to find out why you might. Set your tolerances. I use zero point 0.5 because it seems to be able to find the edges easily enough. You can play with that a little bit. You can go lower and see if you can do more, get more out of it. But this actually works very effectively, and it's pretty much a sure bet that you'll get your edges. And I'll say okay. And what you'll see is, now we're going to turn off the original text layer now because we don't need it. It has created a new layer called, it just automatically names auto traced Mike. It just lets you know that it's created your masks, meaning it's outlined already all those letters, and you can see it right there. Each one is a different color, so it tells me that it's put 4 different masks onto this one layer, each one each for each of the letters. So if I go in to that layer and open then the masks, now that it's created, you'll see I've got masks 1 through 4, all colors corresponding to what it has is shown on the screen. So the way I do it is click the first one, hold down shift on the keyboard, click the last one, tell it to copy those masks, because we really don't need this layer anymore either. I'll click off everything, go back up to the top, layer. I want to create another new layer, and I'm going to create a solid this time. I'm going to make the color black because it's going to be easier to see, I think, what's going on with this. And I didn't mention earlier, but the composition is 1920 by 1080. You can make all your individual layers, solids, match your comp size by just clicking on that, or if you want a different size for any of a number of reasons, you can change them right here. Just know that every time you go in, it's going to default to the last setting you had. So anyway, but this is the default I've got set up, and I'll say OK, and then our new solid is up, and all that we want to do then is, because I'm on that particular layer, click off all of them. I want to be on that layer I just created, and you know what? Why don't we give it a name? I'm going to highlight it and press return or enter on my keyboard. Let's me edit the name, and we'll call this Mike Neon. I'm not creative with naming these days, but anyway, here we go. I'm going to tell it to edit, and we're going to paste those masks on. And there they are. So you can see them showing up. There's nothing there except I'm going to go inside again, and you'll see that it's created inside that layer those 4 masks. They are not in. Yes, they are. They're in order. So that's the M, I, K, and E. You can kind of see them lighten up as I select them. Anyways, so we got that far. You don't need that layer anymore either. You could actually go in and delete these 2 layers if you want. I'll leave them up right now, but the only one we're going to be working with is this new one with the 4 masks on it, because that's what we need to create the effect. So what you'll need to do, what you should do before you even get started on this, I kind of just wanted to show you the mechanics around getting started with the creating masks around text. You can do this with a lot of anything that's got alpha channel around it. Sometimes you can bring pictures in that contain the alpha channel around from Photoshop or something like that. You can create it'll auto trace around those too. It does amazing around the whole human body, as long as that body has an alpha channel around it, or transparency. But anyway, so what you will need to do first is go out to this website called Video Copilot. I might have mentioned that before. It's at videocopilot.net. The guy is superb. He makes and sells like fantastic plugins um, that lets you generate like any of a number of effects. His prices are better than everybody else's. I think his stuff looks better than everybody else's, and I think, everything he sells so far in my arsenal. But anyway, what you want to do in this case is go up to because you won't find it any other way. Go up to his tutorials selection on his menu bar, and he's got a bunch in here, man, that will show you how to do everything. I started out using his stuff 10 years ago, and I mean, I've got, like I said, I mean, it's crazy what I can produce, and that's why a lot of people come to me a lot for doing stuff for them. But anyway, in this case, you don't have to go down too far. He's got one that he gave away for free, and it's called Saber. I'm going to click and show you how to get to it. Just click on the number 159. That's the number of his this particular tutorial. It's going to come up like really loud, so I turned it off right there. But he starts his tutorial immediately. Take a look at this when you get a chance too, because it'll show you how to do some really cool stuff. Anyway, jump over to the this side and click on the download plugin button, and it'll automatically just do the download right to your machine. There's no cost, as I mentioned, associated with it. And um, when you um, when you do that, I'm gonna see if I can find it because I think I did it yesterday just to test to make sure it was still there and worked. I'm just gonna look inside this folder and should be down here. Yeah, let's see. I might have actually deleted it. Anyway, when it comes up, that might be it. Yeah, when it comes up, you'll have one version for Windows and one for Mac. Depending on your operating system, just select that one, open it, and the instructions will be in there about where to put everything, and a good little tutorial about how to use it. I think the best tutorial though is going to be the one he's got online. But anyway, go get it, put it in the folder uh, in Windows or your operating system in Mac, the appropriate folder. Make sure it's in the right place. It should be very easy to follow, and then reopen After Effects, and it will then be showing up in that effects panel as I showed you over here. Now, another easy way to get to it, well, two easy ways to get to it. One is you can just search by name. You can see it comes right up. Um, Another way is you can go to the top with that layer selected, click on Effect. Oops. Scroll down to his folder, Video Copilot, and there's one inside called Saber. And when you click on it, that's what's going to come up. And it looks kind of weird right now. You're thinking, okay, what in the world is that thing going to do? It's this is where the magic starts. So you can go in and tell it that you want to. Well, first of all, let me just mention that there are a lot of default he's got set up that gives you all of these different looks. I mean, there must be 30 of them in here, so and every one of them is really cool. And then you can actually customize those too. Show you in a minute. But anyway, what you'll want to do then is go into your custom core. It's got default set to just a saber, and it's basically like a lightsaber thing or whatever that you can with two handles. You can like move it around. So you can make like a Star Wars lightsaber and animate it. You can animate it from either end. I'm gonna stop and hit Control Z on the keyboard to put it back in the default position. You can grab either handle and animate them over time or whatever, and you can make some really cool stuff with a like a pendulum or something like for a clock or something. Whatever. You can animate the length and everything as you're going. So really, really a very versatile tool to have. But in this case, we're going to tell it we want to use the layer masks. So just select that one, and it immediately pops it onto that those masks. Now we got the intensity set up pretty much. And that would be, for the most part, the glow that's doing that. And that's the default he's got set, but you can certainly change that. And then the the spread you can bring down as well so that you can make it look sort of like this. So that just by itself looks pretty good. Um, you can go into some of the settings and say you want to then distort. Let's say, for instance, the glow, and you can see what's happened now. And when I scrub through in time, and that was just a very simple change I made. You can see what it does to that text. It's got a little bit of a. You can make it like this looks kind of icy, like it's really cold or something. You can change the color and make it appear that it's really hot. You got like some sort of heat wave coming off. Look at that. Very easily just make it into like fire. I'm hitting 0 on the keypad part of the keyboard to just do a quick preview. Kind of shortcuts by having to go here and click preview and then hit the play button, in which case it writes everything to memory and it keeps it there until you don't need it anymore. And I'm just going to let it go that far. I hit 0 again and it just plays what I just had. That looks pretty cool too. Now, sometimes you may not necessarily want that look. All you have to do is go in and highlight again that layer, click on that layer one time, go back up to the preset selects, and pick out, let's say, neon. And let's see, that's the default he has coming up with neon. Don't see a lot of like smoke or heat wave or something or cold wave animation coming off, but looks really nice. You go in once again, you can play with the settings in it. You can take the intensity down a little bit. You can change the color, as you want, and so forth. Some of those that I particularly like are Mist. I think that's a pretty cool one. This takes maybe a little bit longer to render out, but you can see what's coming off that one. That's really cool. Another one a lot of people have asked me about using on their stuff is Arc Reactor. Pretty cool. So it looks like you got this baby plugged in some kind of way, the power station, and it looks really nice with the blue. I think it looks really nice with something that kind of sets it on fire as well. And I've just got the render going again. Once again, just go to the keypad, the keypad portion of the part of the keyboard. Just hit 0 on it. It'll give you a quick, we call it a RAM preview. Um, that's up to a couple seconds right there. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. That's really cool too for your text. Now, just one other quick thing is when we had done the original, and that's the way you would do it. Um, Before I jump ahead, what you want to do as well is because, let's say in this case, this is live, so we're just going to do something crazy. What I did over in the project tab, down in the body, I right clicked. I want to import a file just to show you what this can look like. I'm just going to bring in something. You know what? Here's an old picture of me. It's going to be small, but it's going to be okay. Picture of me in Morocco about 20 years ago. I'm going to bring that down and drop it into our composition. Now, the reason you don't see it is because this baby is sitting on a black background and there's no way to see through it. Now, there are two ways you could actually see through it. I'm going to show you the way you should be doing it, though, with this particular plugin in place, because we've got the Saber um, assigned to this particular layer. Is he's got a setting inside that's down in the render settings. So just open that one, and down toward the bottom it says under the composite settings. Right now we just got it on a black background. We want it to be on transparency. So you see that? Now you've got my picture shows up in the background. It's a small picture, so I apologize. But anyway, you got my picture back there, and now we've got the text on top. And There's all kinds of things you can do. Like I said, you can actually animate this text. And I'm just going to stop it right there so you can see what's going on with it. Makes it really cool. That's just quick and dirty, but that's a very easy way to actually put what I think is the best neon effect out there for text, and very easy, quick and easy to use. Now, the only other thing I'll show you is that we could have, when we created this, the first solid, the Mike Neon, the one that this is sitting on, is we could have actually then, I'm going to create another new. Now, there's another quick way to, an easy way to get to it. Make sure nothing is selected in the body on your timeline. Effect, I'm sorry, layer new, layer here, or down in the work area, you can just right click, and I want to say new, and I'm going to put another new solid there, and this will be Mike Neon 2. I'll just call it anything. And in this case, I may not want all the text layers to be the same color. So what I would do then is just grab those 4 masks again, click the first one, hold down shift again, get the last one, select them all. I'm just doing control C on my keyboard now to copy them. I'm going up to the new layer, and I'm doing control V, paste them in. But in this case, I could have done this a little differently. I'm going to take these guys out. I'm putting just the M on this one, and I'm going to apply Saber to it, and to the, go to custom core, the Saber layer mask, and now see I've only got the M highlighted, the first letter. And what you'd want to do then is go in, you could go get the next one. Actually, you know what? We already have them. Let's just do it this way now. Create another one. I'm going to call this I. That's what I should have done before. I'm going to change the name of this first one to just hit enter. It's just the letter M. You can see we got our M on that one. This one we're going to do V. I only want in this case the I, so I'm going to get rid of that one, and the first one. Now I've got the letter I. I'm going to put Saber on him. Customizing the core is going to be on that mask. Now I've got both of these guys. And the reason we can't see the M now, we'll put the M on top. And then you won't be able to see, yeah, you will be able to see the I now. He's there, but we want to go down into the render settings on the letter I and set the transparency. And we want then, let's make this one ghost. Let's see, wait a minute. I've got this set to transparent, yes. And let's change this color just to like a green, let's say, and the let's make him cellular, something like that. So and then just repeat that for each one, and you can end up with different then colors or effects on different layers. So now you can make each one different, and you get your effect that way as well. You can throw a picture or have your video go in the background, and bam, you got it. So that's the way to do it. New project, new composition, create a new composition. In this case, we called it Mike Neon. And then create your text layer as we did. Just going to solo that out. We created our text. We told it to turn these guys off. We told it to layer, auto trace, and we said okay. Created our masks, You see it creates another new layer called Auto Trace Mic. Just go inside. Your masks are there. Copy all of them or each individual one you want. It randomly assigns new colors, you can see, but that's okay. It makes them easy to find. Um, Copy those masks onto a new layer that you'll create. I'm just right clicking again. New solid. And just name it whatever you want. Letter M, I, K, or E, or whatever it is you want to put them all on if you want them all the same color. And apply the Vegas effect to it. And you're off and running. Let me know if that makes no sense at all. We can walk through it again, but be sure to check out Andrew's page and his tutorials because he will show you how to do not only that, but a lot of other stuff that can get you all set for using these. Another one I highly recommend you take a look at, which I think is really good, is this one, number 114, the stroke effect. But there's another effect called Vegas, inside VEGAS, like in Las Vegas, and it gives you the ability to then outline your text with what you can animate. That'll be like a rotating kind of effect. And it can be a solid line or individual dots, but it'll actually track the exterior, the outline. A lot of good stuff in here. Just let me know whenever you need some help, though. I'm usually around. We get a little busy sometimes with summer travel associated with tennis. This past weekend, we were in D.C. at the City Open tournament. And we may or may not go to the U.S. Open this year, but that'll be the end of this month, end of August. So anyway, hope this helps, man. Talk to you soon, buddy.